Hello, investors and traders, and welcome to the Midweek Report. I'm AJ Monte, Chief Technical Analyst with Sticky Trades. And here we go with the Midweek Report. We have the Dow closing today with that nice red candle. Now, we did not hit the upside target as I expected it would last week. And today we have this drop in volume. I did forecast that drop in volume. It's hard to see that. I'll magnify that for you. That red line is falling within the body of that green candle. So we did get the drop in volume yesterday, and the CCI is now starting to pivot with a sell signal most likely showing up tomorrow. Tesla just reported they missed their earnings by a few pennies. I think that will weigh heavily into the markets tomorrow. We'll have to see how that plays out. But I am expecting a little bit lower here Thursday and Friday on DIA. Now, looking at IWM, a little bit of a different story. We did hit the upside target here, had an upside target of 196.61. I think we're going right back down to this target that I established the week before last of 191.11. You can see that we have a sell signal on the CCI. I did forecast that drop in volume. We did get the drop in volume. We're seeing that today from yesterday. And so lower on IWM. Looking at the Qs, this is turning out to be a really nice four-part forecast where, if you recall, I said we would go higher to hit the target of 427.99. We did that and then look straight down. That is as close as you're going to get to a perfect target forecast on the volume. And so that is a drop in volume yesterday. And then I said once we get the drop in volume, we would get a pivot on the CCI. That's what that red line represents. So the CCI is following my forecast line precisely. So the only thing we're missing is part 4 on that 4-part forecast, which would be a downside target of 409.53. I think we're on our way to hitting that, maybe not by Friday, but I think we could see that by next week. We have a failure to maintain levels over that former fan line. If you remember, go back and listen to the recording from Friday, call that the kiss of death. If we get a pivot tomorrow on the Qs, then that could very well wind up with a KOD, which would ultimately lead us to lower prices on the Qs. Looking at SPY, right here, you can see that we did hit my upside target precisely today at 485.85, and we are most likely going to drop. This is the only one where I'm putting a downside forecast by Friday. I think we're going right back down towards this moving average, which will act as a role reversal because we have a role reversal resistance that was broken last week at 478.09. I think we're heading right back down towards that. So I would say by Friday, we could see 479.14. Don't hold me to that because this is a midweek forecast. We still have a lot of week left. We'll have more of a definite target on that on Friday, as we could see this stochastic is starting to pivot lower, not a hinge lower, that's a pivot lower. So I'm expecting a sell signal to show up on SPY and ultimately lead to a sell signal on the CCI, which would lead us down below that red line. If you're not familiar with the CCI, go and Google it, learn it. It's amazing. Don Lambert created it back in the early 80s. And it's one of the best tools out there for forecasting buy and sell signals. Now with that, take a look at the VIX. We officially filled that gap like I said we would. That gap is filled. Now what do we have? Well, zoom in there. You can see we have a bullish Harami. So this is leading me to believe that the VIX is going to hit the near-term price target of 1397. Ultimately, I have a target up here at 1811, and then I have one much higher, but we'll talk about that on another report. But that bullish Harami is very bullish for the VIX because it does a great job following bullish Harami's bullish engulfing, and that's one of the most bullish signals you're going to get. And in addition to that, the VIX has pivoted higher. So that is my report. Remember, tonight is Wednesday. Make sure you follow me on Sticky Trade's website because we're going through the rapid fire stock analysis session from 6 to 7 tonight. and I'm looking forward to meeting you there. Take care. Bye-bye.